Hey YouTube, I'm here to talk about dealing with anxiety and depression while in the marching arts. This could be anyone who's in marching band, drumline, color guard, etc. I feel like a lot of people talk about the physical side of the marching arts, from the physical stamina that's required to get through each rehearsal to the workout routines. But not so much is said about the mental side of things. I'm here to change that. A little bit about myself. I've been part of the marching arts the past 6 years or so. I actually started out in color guard, then switched to drumline. I marched bass drum and quads throughout high school and into my first year of college, going from a competitive high school marching band and indoor group to a college football band and an independent indoor group. Most everyone who knows me knows about my love for the activity. I even got a tattoo in its honor. But not everyone who knows me knows about my anxiety and depression and how it's affected my drumming life and vice versa. Not talking about the mental side of the marching arts, I think, is a big issue because there's a lot of people coming in with anxiety or depression who don't entirely know what they're getting into. It might be causing some anxiety for some people. So I think it's important to talk about dealing with that and how to cope with it. Now, right now I want to talk about transitioning in as a new member. Becoming a member of the school's marching band or indoor drumline or whatever it is both fun and a challenge. It's a time commitment. It might be a greater time commitment than anything you've done in the past. Hopefully it's fun for you, but it's also going to be a lot of work. Now, I know I've never liked having people yell at me. And for the first few years that I was marching, it seemed like someone was always yelling at me for something. I was just never good enough. But what you have to realize is that everyone at every level of this activity gets yelled at. The instructors are trying to tell you something, so the best thing to do is listen and do your best to try to fix it. If you don't quite understand what they're saying, just ask them to explain it a little bit more. Just try your best to fix it and just say okay. And try not to get too frustrated. Now, how do you avoid getting frustrated and anxious at rehearsal? Well, one of the biggest things to do is take deep breaths. It sounds like a cliche, but breathing is actually a huge thing when it comes to anxiety. If you don't breathe enough, your mind is going to stress and stress and stress and stress and so on. And it's just going to keep on cycling. But if you take deep breaths, you can help calm yourself down. Another thing you can do is talk to people. Talking to people really helps because, in my experience, you can really just, get more comfortable with the people around you and the situation you're in if you open up and talk to people a little bit. The first step to getting help is asking for it. Another thing is always be prepared for rehearsal. When you commit to joining this group, you're not just committing to being at rehearsal, you're committing to practicing outside of rehearsal as well. Trust me, I've been at rehearsals that I haven't practiced outside for before, and it's not fun. It just stresses you out, and you become the one person that doesn't know what they're doing. So make sure you're practicing outside of rehearsal, and make sure you have everything you need for rehearsal before you leave your house. It'll save you a lot of stress. But maybe you're not new to this activity. Maybe you've been doing it for a while and you're just transitioning from one form of it to another. Maybe you're like me and you were transitioning from a high school marching band to a college football band. The first thing to realize is that there's going to be a lot of new expectations. I was going from a system in which I knew the staff and my peers for 5 years, and suddenly I was in a new environment with different instructors and different expectations. And that really threw me for a loop, kind of, because I didn't know how to handle all the new expectations. You're going to be dealing with a lot of pressure. First of all, you're going to be dealing with the pressure of being a college student. You're going to be dealing with the pressure of moving out of your house, maybe if you're like me and lived on campus. And you're going to be dealing with the pressure of being in the college band all at the same time. Now, when I first joined college band, I thought I'm just being completely honest right now. I thought it's not competitive. How hard that can it be? Well, it turned out that that learning 5 different shows in one season is a bit of a challenge. So just know there's going to be new expectations and new challenges for you along the way. And another thing is, don't be afraid to ask the staff for help. I know I got a lot more comfortable with the new staff once I actually opened up and started talking to them. It got me more comfortable with the other members, and it got me more comfortable with just being in a new situation. So just a few things to keep in mind, whether you're a new member or an old member, is just keep your mind open. Expect new things and accept the challenge for yourself. That will really, really help you, trust me. Closing your mind off to new things and trying to avoid challenges doesn't get you anywhere, and it will ultimately just hurt you. So keep your mind open, take deep breaths, talk to people, and also just learn who you can and can't trust. Not everyone is good to be talked to. I learned this the hard way. Not everyone wants you to talk to them about your depression and anxiety issues. So learn who you can trust, find someone who you can lean on, and stick with them. But don't go posting your issues all over social media. That's how you get in trouble. Trust me. Anyways, hopefully I haven't bored you out of watching this video. Please like and subscribe and comment anything that you might want me to talk about later in my videos, and anything I can do better. Bye.